Okay, so we're going to now look at Bible quotes, basically, on Christian attitudes to prejudice and discrimination. I mean, you've got them really in your acronyms. The equality one is particularly prevalent here. There's no Greek, no Jew, no man, no woman. You're all equal under Christ. That's really your key one. Obviously, you've also got your golden rule: love your neighbour as yourself, treat other people like you wish to be treated. So, if you were a Asian woman, would you want to be treated differently to how you'd be treated if you were a black man? No, you'd want to be treated equally. So that's a key idea. Deuteronomy has a quote that says, "Do not take advantage of a foreigner, pay him in wages." So that says if someone is from another country, you should treat them equally. And Genesis states, God created humans in his own image. So these are all examples that you can use. I mean, I would use equality, I'd use golden rule, I'd use agape love, because it's unconditional love. There's no reason why you should love one person differently. And also goat, parable of the sheep and goats, do whatever you do for the least of my brothers, you do for me. So that's suggesting equality as well. All of those really good for to demonstrate Christian attitudes against prejudice and discrimination. I think you're obviously going to say that Christians are against prejudice and discrimination, but it would be smart to give examples of reasons why quotes that have been used in the past to suggest that one race is superior to another. So one point that you can say is in the Bible, in the Old Testament, there's often this kind of reference to children of Israel, and that refers to the Jewish race, Israelis, and that suggests that the Jewish race is superior to others. The far right in America have used this to argue that the people of Israel and the war between Israel and Palestine should be protected because they have this special inheritance of the land of Israel. So that is one example where racism is being used by some Christians today to suggest that the people of Israel are superior. Another example that you can use, which is a quite crazy little one, was between Jesus and a Greek woman. And a Greek woman comes up to Jesus saying, "Hey, can you help me feed my daughter? Because can you help me cure my daughter of an illness? Because I know you can." And Jesus goes, "Well, let the children be satisfied first, for it is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." When he says the children, he's referring to the Israelis, the Israelites. And then he says, it's not good to give the children's bread and throw it to the dogs being the Greeks, being the non-Israelis. So that is Jesus basically being a racist there, or testing the woman of her faith. So it depends on your interpretation. The woman responds, "Even the dogs eat the crumbs." Jesus goes, "All right, fair enough, I'll heal you," and gives her a healing, or gives her daughter a healing. But that quote, "Let the children be satisfied first, for it is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs," is a really quite a harsh example, but it does show an example where some people have suggested there is some superiority between different races. The fantastic counter-argument to this is from Galatians, because it talks about Jews and Greeks, or Jews and Gentiles, where it says there's no difference between, there's no Jew, no Greek, no man, no woman, you're all equal under Christ. So that suggests some unity. Now that is, however, that quote, "You're all equal under Christ," could suggest a superiority between one religion and another. You're all equal under Christ. Doesn't necessarily imply you're all equal under God, or you're all equal under being equal, full stop. However, at the same time, it doesn't. This idea of treat other people like you wish to be treated, this idea of agape love, these kinds of ideas would suggest that people should be treated equally nonetheless. The last stuff that we've said over the past minute is the A-star stuff. If you find that confusing, look at the first stuff first. That's the key stuff. If you've got any questions, please write a little note down here and I'll respond to you.